So, by now you already know that home recording is something that you should be doing. You know that it will not only make you a better guitar player, but also give you the ability to create your own music, which is just a ton of fun. So you set yourself up a little home studio, you add an audio interface, maybe some monitors, you start learning a DAW and everything is going great. Except it's not, because everything you record sounds like total crap. Every home recording guitar player, at least that I've ever heard of, has been in this exact situation, and here's how we crawl out of it. If you start doing what I'm about to tell you, you'll literally be ahead of most people trying to make music at home. And that thing is start listening with your ears. I know it sounds pretty simple, but what a lot of us, like including myself, try to do is listen with our eyes. We choose plugins and make adjustments to settings based on what we see rather than what we hear, because we just do what we've seen other people do and expect to get the same results. But what we forget to take into consideration is that circumstances exist. For example, all of us have different picking techniques and we're most likely not using the exact same signal chain that our favorite guitar player is using. Which means we cannot expect to sound the exact same way just because we copied their Slate digital compressor settings or something. Listen with your ears and not your eyes. After all, the end product we're trying to create here is a good sounding audio file and not a screenshot of cool looking plugins. Now, an issue that I used to encounter quite a lot is getting overwhelmed by my ideas and all of the options that working a DAW presented me with. I knew how I wanted the guitars to sound, I also knew what fills I wanted to add to the drums, I knew which bass amp sim I wanted to use, but I didn't know where to start. And what I'd say to my younger self in that situation is to just establish a workflow order. For example, start by recording some scratch guitars. These don't have to sound good or even be on time. Put down some MIDI drums. The library or plugin you use here doesn't matter at all. Then put down some MIDI bass. Again, don't focus so much on how it sounds tone-wise, but rather on your note choice and the song you're creating. Now we can arrange some stuff, maybe add some sections, copy-paste some stuff, add some fills. Lastly, re-record the guitars and only then when everything is recorded, try to make it sound good using plugins. This of course is not a must follow or else type of order. If you find your creative process flows better when you do things differently, more power to you. But if you ever find yourself feeling overwhelmed by options and or ideas, try doing things in order. Or maybe you should have prepared for this by not doing one of my personal biggest home recording guitar mistakes. I'm gonna show you two pictures and I'm gonna let you try to guess what it is. See the difference? Which of these do you think will make a beginner at recording more overwhelmed? Of course, I'm talking about downloading and having too many plugins. In my personal opinion, you should start with a guitar amp sim, a MIDI drum plugin, a MIDI bass plugin in case you don't have a bass, and that's it. Nothing else. You don't need EQs, compressors or reverbs, you already got all of that in your DAW. You don't need multiple amp sims or virtual instruments. The only thing you might consider getting is the free version of Contact, which has some really cool sounds, which you can use for layering, but I wouldn't recommend getting that right away. Not having too many plugins is just the simplest fix to option paralysis, and it just makes making music way more fun. Now, if you want to sound better right now, and I mean literally improve your recorded guitar tones by a few percent in the next 2 minutes, listen closely. Go to your kitchen and grab a clean, I repeat clean, kitchen sponge. Grab some scissors as well. Now cut a thin piece of the sponge about 1 inch wide and 1.5 inches long. Place that below your strings behind the nut and just listen to the difference. You can thank me by subscribing, it's ridiculous actually. Let me pull up my phone here and check. 97.4% of you are not subscribed as of this filming. Subscribe, it helps me a lot. And by the way, if you don't want to go the DIY route with the sponge, Groove Gear and Ernie Ball make these pretty good looking fret trap solutions that do the same job. Now, all of that is really cool, you can do all that, but you'll never sound good if you don't do this one thing. It's something that stops a lot, and I mean like a shit ton of guitar players from ever sounding good, and if you don't tackle it early on, it's gonna become just bigger and bigger and bigger of a problem. The way to avoid that is to start recording right now. There's so many people that watch recording tutorial after plugin review after recording tutorial, but they never start doing it themselves because they're waiting for something. Maybe it's a new interface, maybe some monitors, maybe they want to get like a DAW course or something, or they're just waiting for the right moment, which, spoiler alert, that doesn't exist. Just grab your guitar, find a Rocksmith cable or one of these, hold on, 1/4 inch to mini jack adapters, you plug your guitar into your computer, you download a free copy of Reaper, and you start creating music. Like, literally do that right now. Recording music is way more fun than watching YouTube videos, so might as well. Before you do that though, do me a favor and tell me what's your favorite band down in the comments, and I'll reply rating it out of 10. For real, I will. Just do that, please. Okay, bye.